Welcome to another Amethyst Geode fish tank tutorial. This super cool build can spice up any Minecraft world and make any area more spectacular in atmosphere. Oh, and of course, it will give an amazing home to any of your little fishes. But real quick, go leave a like on this video, and if you're feeling really spicy, go hit that subscribe button. Now, let's jump right into this. Welcome back, potatoes. I'm back with another Minecraft building tutorial. This build is super simple and it's really easy to build, especially in the early game. This build doesn't have much practical effect, but where it falters with practicality, it far makes up for it in atmosphere. This super simple build is divided up into 3 parts: the actual fish tanks themselves, the path up to them, and the surrounding environment. Now, let's go over this build. Start by finding a narrow passageway between 2 hills or mountains. Have this path start with shallow water. Make the water get narrower and narrower until the water ends. Once the water ends, try to find and draw a general outline you want the path to take. This outline should be pretty narrow and should have slopes on both sides of it. Once you have an idea about where you want your path to be, get a shovel to make dirt paths to make the passage itself. This creates a generic dirt path. To prevent it from looking like any other villager path, make sure it isn't straight. Make sure it turns frequently. When the elevation changes in the path, use oak slabs to gradually alter the path's height. The path shouldn't change heights very frequently. Mine only ever increases by 1 block. Off to the sides of the dirt path, add mosses and flowers, such as lilacs and azaleas. The last thing for this simple path is dark oak fences topped with lanterns, 0 to 4 blocks tall, to light up the path. If you're having troubles lighting up the path, you could use grow lichen as a discrete light source. For the tanks, start by selecting a place where you want the tanks to be. Personally, I chose to put 1 larger fish tank directly in front of the path, and 1 smaller one off to the side at an angle. Once you have an angle selected, make a circle of tuff surrounding the tank area. In 1 block from the tuff, make a small circle of calcite, mix in a few other blocks such as diorite for detailing. Connect the calcite together with purple stained glass panes. Once you have the outer layer of the tank complete, all you need to do is excavate the inside of the tank. Once you have the area behind the tank dug out, replace the walls with amethyst blocks. Let the calcite fill in and add a few other blocks for detail. To add some lighting inside the tanks, use sea lanterns or sea pickles. After you've done that, you can place corals of different types inside the tank to break up the purple and add some extra coloring. Once you do that, the interior of your tank should be ready for fish to be added. You should add a variety of fish to the tank. I would recommend some tropical fish and maybe some glowing squids, but anything could work. Just make sure not to add dolphins with this design, because without oxygen, they will die. Start by altering the basic landscape of the environment. Over the back of the fish tank, add an overhang that slightly covers the area you are working on. Replace most of the dirt blocks with moss blocks. This can be done easily by placing a few moss blocks and then bone mealing. After you have your moss in place, you need to cover a good portion of these moss blocks with spore blossoms. Spore blossoms are a type of flower that releases lots of particles into the area. This creates a nice ambient effect. Nextly, I place large dark oak towers made from fences from the ground to the top of the overhang. I added lanterns to these by placing a few dark oak fences on the sides of them, which I let lanterns hang on. Similar to this, I placed a large number of dark oak stairs on the build. Place these all over in all sorts of different positions. They help to break up the greenness of the whole thing. After I did that, I replaced a few of the large moss chunks with clay blocks. After placing the clay, I bone mealed some of the remaining dirt to add some extra flowers and tall grasses. And just like that, all the environment of the build is done. I hope you potatoes found this video super useful and you enjoyed the build. If you did, you better smash that subscribe button. Come on, you can do it. I'll give you a second and wait for you to do it. Well, I'm glad to see you just did it. Well, potatoes, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a great day.